War isn't always fair and balanced. Sometimes your winning condition is not the same as your opponent's. One thing is for certain, however, wiping out your enemy is a good way to stop them from achieving anything at all. And when the Adepta Sororitas meet the Tau Empire, we can be certain that there will be carnage. This is 40K in 40 minutes, Sisters vs. Tau, chapter approved. Greetings 40K fans, JT the Voice here, and oh brother, have we got a definite barn burner. Tak takes his Army of Faith sisters into Nick's Tau Auxiliary Cadre as we try out a new asymmetric war mission from the new chapter approved. New missions and new secondaries. Ooh, I'm all a titter.
Apparently, we are on a Tau planet where spring has arrived and so has the sisters.
Welcome to a Tau world, Imperium, where we serve you hospitality. Fruity drinks, cherry blossom tea. Let's have a sit down and talk about our differences in a civilized manner.
The sisters' negotiation tactic is a single question: do you serve the Emperor or not?
And come to a conclusion that'll be beneficial for all. Something akin to a greater good for everyone.
And depending on your answer, there are only two reactions. If you serve the Emperor, great. If you don't serve the Emperor, bolter.
What's that? No? You want to just point a bolter at me? Well, eat plasma! I have gone all in on this auxiliary theme today.
Nick's Auxiliary Cadre consists of 2 Cadre Fireblades, a commander in a Cold Star, and a commander in a Cold Star with a Transponder Lock Module Enhancement. He's got an Ethereal, and a Kroot Flesh Shaper, Kroot Lone Spear, and a Kroot War Shaper. He's got a Breacher team and a Strike team, and the Breacher team in his Devilfish. He's got a squad of Sunforged Battlesuits and a squad of Star Scythe Battlesuits, 2 10-man Kroot Carnivore squads, and a 20-man, 10 Kroot Hounds, 6 Rampagers and 3 Rampagers, a Skyray gunship, some stealth battlesuits, 2 squads of Vespid Stingwings. Tak's Army of Faith consists of a Canoness with the Litanies of Faith enhancement, a Canoness with the Jump Pack and the enhancement Blade of St. Ellynor, a Hospitalier, and an Imagifier with the enhancement Divine Aspect. He's also got Morvenn Vahl as his Warlord. Tak's got 2 squads of 10 Battle Sisters, an Immolator and a Rhino, 2 squads of Arco-flagellants, a Castigator, a 10-strong Dominion squad, an Exorcist, 3 Paragon Warsuits, 10 Repentia, 5 Seraphim, and 5 Zeraphim.
I'm excited to play some of these new missions. It feels fresh and invigorating and exciting. Feels like a whole new edition almost, as we get to dive in to the new chapter approved and play these new missions and see what's in store.
New chapter approved.
New chapter approved day. We're playing one of the new asymmetrical missions. Both of us are trying to do different things for our primary mission. The defender, whoever that is, we don't know yet, will be starting with 50 points, already winning the game, but the attacker does actions to steal those points away.
Today's mission is Syphoned Power. It's an asymmetric war mission from the new chapter approved. At the start of the battle, the defender will have 50 points for primary. From the second round onwards, in the attacker's shooting phase, any number of units in range of a different objective marker may action to siphon that objective. At the end of the attacker's turn, this action completes if that unit is still within range of that objective. Each time the siphon action completes, the defender will lose points and the attacker will gain them depending on where the objective marker is. If the marker is within their own deployment zone, it'll gain them 2 victory points. If it's wholly within no man's land, it'll gain 3, and wholly within the defender's deployment zone, it's worth 5, up to a maximum of 15 per turn. Our mission twist today is High Octane. Advancing units will not roll for advances, they will automatically advance 6 inches.
And we have challenge cards. They are a balancing tool that give you either a stratagem or a way to score more points, but you only get them if you're behind on the scoreboard. You have to be behind by 6 points or more.
Now looking at it, are you like, I want to defend this world, or I want to attack this world?
I definitely want to attack this world.
I'd be okay with defending.
This is a Tau world. We didn't put these buildings up.
Yeah, I mean, you could have taken them and I'm taking it back.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so let's see who's going to be attacker defender. I got a 3.
I got a 1, so you choose.
So I have to choose. I will choose defender because I think thematically it seems fun. And I like the challenge of trying to hold on to those 50 points.
Okay, so chapter approved has changed a few things, and asymmetrical does a few things differently. So typically, Warhammer is you go, I go in terms of deployment. In this case, however, attacker has to deploy their entire army before the defender deploys their entire army, and then the attacker goes first.
Our deployment is also new. It's tip of the spear and should provide an interesting tactical challenge for our players.
Typically, you're much more cagey when you're deploying. However, knowing that I'm going first, I'm going to deploy on the line, knowing I can get into the hiding spots and start to score those points in the second turn.
His Seraphim will start in reserve, and half of the Dominion squad with the Imagifier will go with the Immolator, and the Repentia will go in the Rhino.
I've given an enhancement to my Cold Star Commander to allow it to deep strike on turn 1. I'm bringing that on my Star Scythe unit, which means I'll be able to come down and potentially do a lot of damage on turn 1. That's something Tak's gonna have to be aware of and deploy accordingly.
His Star Scythe with the Cold Star with the Deep Strike enhancement will start in Deep Strike reserve, and the Sunforge will also be in reserve. His Breachers will for sure start in his Devilfish.
So what I want to make sure that what I'm doing here is deploy in a way where you can never see them, and they may live their entire lives back here, out of line of sight.
Just blocking deep strikes, being annoying.
Yeah. Now, even though we are playing an asymmetrical mission, we're still playing with secondaries.
Yes.
And we're still playing with the new challenge cards.
Yes.
So it's not just scoring primary, there's still secondary that I need to worry about. And I've got Morvenn Vahl right in front because while she's very, very dangerous, she's also fairly low in terms of her range. And then I've got some Arco-flagellants here. Immolator has Scout. The Zeraphim with the Canoness are in the command center. Then I've got an Exorcist right in the back here. My Rhino will also go on the line. That's got the Repentia on it.
All right, well that's your list, eh?
That is my deployment.
Well, let's start off with a Skyray, because I can see a good spot for it back here to hide behind this building and then pop out and try to kill some tanks. So we're gonna take this Devilfish.
That's got Breachers in it or Strike
It's got
Force?
Breachers in it, yeah. Breachers in it, your favorite. So the unit of 3 Crutox. Big unit of 6 Crutox Riders over there. Big unit of 20 Crut with 2 characters attached to them. A War Shaper and a Flesh Shaper. A unit of 10 Crut Carnivores on the objective back here. Sticky everything. Some Sacrificial Lambs, Sacrificial Crut right on the line. They're there to smell the cherry blossoms. Lone Spear back here, hiding a little bit. I've got a unit of Stealth Suits hiding back here as well. I've got a unit of Vespid just hanging out back here. And I have another unit of Vespid hanging out back here. A unit of Strike Team with an Ethereal. All right, and you big unit of Crut Hounds over there.
Scout moves. As I am the attacker, I have to scout first before you scout. The Dominions here are going to scout. The most important thing about this is I just want the Simulacrum on that objective. Immolator is going to go there.
You crushed the Rose Blossoms.
I'm the attacker.
All right, well, we're gonna start with scout move with the Crut. Carnivores are going to attempt to hide from the scary Immolator. Everything else will just keep hiding.
It's an interesting back and forth here on the scouting. With knowing who has first turn, it really makes this much more of a tactical concern. Honestly, this is our first run at asymmetric missions. This one's gonna be fun.
First things first, before we do anything, I'm winning. I score 50 points.
All right.
Yay! Hey, can we just end now? For the greater good?
No.
Tak has first turn, gets a 6 on his Miracle Dice.
That's pretty good.
No!
Start of the command phase, I'm going to pull 2 secondaries.
The new secondaries, what are they gonna be?
I also get to pull a challenger card.
Of course you do.
He's pulled Cleanse and Establish Locus, and he's pulled Great Haste.
One of my units, I can add D6 to the move characteristic of that unit. Or, at the end of the turn, if one or more units from your army, excluding aircraft, are in your deployment zone, I score 3 victory points. I do have my Canoness on that objective, so I'm gonna roll a leadership check.
No extra Canoness Miracle Dice for him.
They're scared of the cherry blossoms.
I guess they are.
2 more Miracle Dice from his Simulacra Imperialis, a 5 and another 6. He's got a 5, and a 6 to start battle round 1. That's great. Nick scores 50 primary as per the mission, and Tak gets to start taking that away next turn.
Then we go into movement.
Dominion Squad disembarking the Immolator.
So then they're just gonna tuck up. I want to keep that objective.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I didn't want to advance because I want to cleanse on it.
Immolator rolls up to shoot maybe the Crute.
Oh man, you've just got range on my Crute.
That's not plan A.
Interesting.
Morvenn Vahl and squad move out. Repentia have disembarked.
Little terrifying.
Run to the board edge to stop any Crute from coming through the wall of that ruin.
How fun!
I am going to use the challenge card.
The challenge card.
And I'm going to use it on the Rhino.
15 inches will definitely play. Zeraphim move to cover.
It's really important for me to keep my Zeraphim alive. The Castigator will go here.
Castigator has potential shots on the Sky Ray.
Arco-flagellants are just gonna move up, and all they're wanting to do is zone out your Deep Strike.
Exorcist now, this thing is nasty. Rolls up in behind Morvenn Vahl squad. Sisters run to fill the gap on the top left.
This is gonna be really tough battle.
Into the tuning phase.
Both Dominion squads will cleanse. Morvenn Vahl can't see, but Su, Moa, and Momo opening up on the Devilfish.
I have 8 wounds remaining.
I leave you alive if I roll a 1 on one of these dice.
If you roll a 2.
And down it goes.
Please don't explode. That'd be very bad. Oh, all the breachers are getting out and they're like, what just happened?
Morvenn Vahl.
Apparently.
2 mortals on the disembark. Boy, Paragon Warsuits are good.
Wah!
Plan A was to crack open the Devilfish.
Yep.
Plan B is to roast the insides.
You really don't like breachers.
Immolator now, only 3 dead.
Here comes the Heavy Bolter.
I saved 2 of them. I only killed 1 more.
Castigator now into the Sky Ray. Attack using Divine Guidance here, getting an extra pip of armor penetration, and the Battle Cannon already ignores cover. Battle Cannon strips 6 wounds.
And then the Hunter Slayer.
Say the full name. Say the full name. It's a missile.
It does hit.
Give me the 6. Here we go. That's a 2.
Now the Hunter Killer is through for 5 damage. 3 wounds left on the Sky Ray.
The Hunter Killer is gonna go from the Rhino into your Sky Ray.
Say the rest of the word. Hunter Killer Missile.
So I hit on a 2.
Missile. Oh.
That is a hit.
Miracle Dice to wound, failed save, and a 3 or higher will kill it. Success!
Does he explode? Oh, good. Ugh, all my tanks go by.
The Exorcist into the Celsius.
I hate this thing. D6. I saved 3 of them!
Nicely done.
The Exorcist only kills 1.
Is utterly vaporized.
Yeah. Utterly vaporized is one way to put it.
There's just a crater and a pair of shorts.
2 of them dodged it as they watched their buddy Bob just
It's like, where's Bob? Where'd he go?
Nick pops his Vespid back into strategic reserves at the end of the fight phase. Tack does score 5 points on Cleanse, as that is worth more in this new secondary world. Gains a command point for Established Locus. Used his Great Haste card to give the Rhino extra movement. It's 5 to 50 for Nick.
Starting my turn, then I'm noticing something. If I stay still, I'll be hidden and maybe not take many losses. I won't be scoring many points. More to the point, because of the mission of this, all he has to do is stay on his objectives and he will keep being able to score points and siphoning away mine. If I let him do that for every turn in the game, I will lose. So staying still will lose me the game. Being aggressive is not necessarily what I want to do, but I think that's my only choice. My crew talks have to do some work.
Nick's Fold bring it down and engage on all fronts. Crew Carnivores sticky one of Nick's objectives. Ethereal gives Nick another command point. Oh, Breachers have failed their Battle Shock. Nick does not score primary here. He has 50 primary that Tack needs to take away from him. Crew Carnivores move up to the top of the table. Here come the Breachers. Tack really hates them. Overwatch, 12 shots.
Oh no. I would love to invite you to just peace talks right now where we talk out our feelings.
Peace talks.
Yeah, peace talks.
Okay. Would you kindly leave the planet?
These are my buildings.
Would you kindly leave the planet?
No!
Peace talks are over.
Ba-doom.
That's a lot of 5s. Breachers are down, but the Cadra Fireblade lives. Auto Advance 6 is a thing in this mission because of the twist.
Do the twist.
13-inch move on the Kroot with advanced charge could be a big deal. Alien expertise for no command points because of the ability of the Warshaper. That's pretty good.
The strike team is going to move forward, so they all get in range, and they are all lining up shots to see your Zeraphim. The Kroot Hounds are going to move 18 inches and be able to charge.
18 inches.
Because they move 12 and then auto advance 6.
Hungry puppies.
So this is going to be a very aggressive game. We're going to take the Lone Spear and put in a range of
The Rhino.
Rampagers leap the wall to close in.
And then these crew over here are going to spread out to deny deep strike.
Okay.
Reinforcement step, my crisis suits.
I thought I'd killed all the vehicles, but guess what?
No, there's more.
Vespid return in the corners to stop Tack from deep striking too close.
Bzz, 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 bzz. That means please join the greater good to the shooting phase. Let's start with the Lone Spear into your Rhino.
Kroot Lone Spear into the Rhino, no damage, but all of the Kroot will get full rerolls to hit the Rhino to the end of the turn. Rampagers, only 1 wound on the Arco-flagellants.
These Kroot, and they're gonna fire all their guns into your flagellants.
Arco flags.
The Arco-flagellants. The guys that whip themselves for no reason.
They've got reasons. You kill 1.
And then the Dart Bow and Tri-Blade.
Kill the 1.
Pretty happy with that. Vespid over there in the back are gonna try to shoot your sisters that are on the objective here.
Oh no.
Vespid the back corner into the Dominion Squad, 2 dead.
Not enough.
Strike team into the Zeraphim. Canoness with Blinding Radiance for free makes them and all units within 3 inches -1 to be hit.
Yeah, you kill 1 sister.
Oh, great. Because I hit a target, that unit will now be -1 for all their hit rolls until my next command phase.
Stealth team guiding the Starsight suits into the Dominion Squad. Commander going into Vahl's unit. Hoo boy, he's getting greedy with a split fire here. Oh, barely wipes the unit. Imagifier still alive, gun drones, 3 wounds, finally downs her. 5s into Vahl's unit, just 1 point of damage.
We're gonna go next with these Kroot here, and they're gonna spend 1 command point, going down to 2 for grenades.
Kroot now throwing grenades, Tack with Shield of Faith, saves 2 of the mortal wounds. Tack did lose 2 units there, gets a 3 and a 2 for his Miracle Dice.
Now we're gonna do an epic charge phase from the Tau.
Bottom left, Vespid have failed.
Now, that's okay. This is the important one. These Kroot need to make it into this Rhino.
Rampagers into the Rhino, only a 5. He wants more to get more into engagement to get those mortal wounds off, but he cannot risk missing that mid-table charge. He cannot re-roll this.
I do D3 mortal wounds, and I do 2.
8 wounds remaining on that Rhino.
Kroot making into the Paragons. Again, not a great roll. Could be tough. Kroot Hounds are into the Seraphim.
All the way.
Could be some chewed up Jump Sisters here. Kroot on the top left managed to reach the Immolator.
Fight things. We're gonna spend some command points now.
Kroot fighting into the Paragon suits will get experimental modifications, giving them extra armor penetration. Rampagers will get multi-sensory scanning, meaning full rerolls to wound, and thanks to the Lone Spear, full rerolls to hit.
Start with the Krootox.
I am down to 5 left.
Now come the Rampager fists. Fails.
Woo!
Wow! That was what I needed.
11 wounds.
I've got 10 dice in my hand.
How many 4-ups did Tack just make?
What is that roll?
What?
You failed 1 dice? 1 dice tag.
This doesn't happen in my life.
It just happened in your life. I get rolls like that.
The Rhino has 3 wounds remaining. I'm as surprised as everyone at home. The Rhino survived.
Kroot going to the Paragons now.
6 Kroot fighting. The Flesh Shaper. War Shaper.
Put the Miracle Die in.
Only manages to kill a single suit.
And down to 2 wounds remaining. This unit of Kroot fights into your Immolator. 2 wound. I did 1 damage. And the Ouch Puppies.
Kroot Hounds into Zeraphim, 30 attacks on 3s, winning on 4s. Only managed 7 wounds, but he still killed 3 Zeraphim.
Not enough. What happened, guys?
Just 1 left in the Canoness.
So now Morvenn Vahl's units, the Rhino, the Immolator, get to fight back.
And we'll go into the puppies.
Righteous Repugnance here, discarding a 2 for Tack's Miracle Dice. Sweep attack, wipes the Kroot Hounds, and gains him a 4 on Miracle Dice.
Here comes the Paragon Warblades into the Kroot.
Paragons kill 7 Kroot.
The Immolator is gonna hit.
Immolator kills a Kroot. Rhino into the Rampagers. Nothing. Nick does manage to engage for 4. He's kept Bring It Down. Puts him up to 54 points, 50 primary, 4 secondary to Tax 5. On to Tax turn 2.
Nick made some really good plays in the first turn. I really hemmed in my zone, and I'm gonna struggle to do all of my siphoning actions.
Tack's Miracle Dice are currently a 6, a 4, and a 4. He's pulled Overwhelming Force and Extend Battle Lines.
Hey, are you winning?
Yep.
Are you winning by more than 6?
Yep.
Okay. So now that we've established that, I get a challenger card.
Challenger card this turn is Opportunistic Strike.
I get a free grenade. Or if I want to score points, I score 3 victor points if I shoot into 2 separate units and I kill a model in each of those units.
Canoness gives him a miracle dice. It's a 1. Arco-flagellant is battle shocked.
He is very battle shocked.
Very battle shocked. I really want to pass with the Rhino. I fail with the Rhino, so that's too bad.
Yeah, battle shocked Rhino.
Zeraphim also fail.
That's not good.
Simulacra give him a 4, so he's got a 6, 3 4s, and a 1. No primary, because it's kind of weird in this one. He's going to start scoring it at the end of this turn.
We're going to the move phase. We're going to just move my Castigator back so that I can make room for a fallback move with the Rhino.
Rhino makes its desperate escape test, rolls forward, denying Nick's free rapid ingress as he could have dropped next to those stealth suits.
How do you know I was going to do that, Tack?
Because your stealth suits were right there.
Repentia shuffled out of sight, making their charge super short into the Kroot. Sisters toe in on the objective on the top of the screen.
These girls, well, they're going to all go into that objective. More toes on there.
Ooh, the Seraphim are in. I think them bugs is gonna get roasted.
They have double hand flamers.
Oh, nice. Well, at the end of your moon phase, I was gonna rapid ingress for free, but now I'm gonna rapid ingress for 1 command point.
Sunforge are in on one of Nick's home objectives.
Brought in some Sunforge battle suits to try to shore up what's gonna be left over here, because there's gonna be a lot of dead over here, I think.
Shooting phase.
Attack with 3 Syphon actions here. Should they all complete, he'll score 8 primary and take 8 away from Nick. Immolator splits fire here. Flamers into the strike team. Heavy bolter into the lone Cadre Fireblade. 5 dead in the fire team. 2 wounds to the Cadre Fireblade. That's it.
Seraphim are going to go into your Vespid.
1 left.
Oh no!
Castigator splits fire.
1 single heavy bolter. Got to kill the 1 Vespid. Battle cannon and the storm bolter will go into the Rampagers. 2 of the heavy bolters into the Crisis suits.
Try to end the Vespid, and it does.
They're gone!
Then the battle cannon.
Oh, only a 1 on number of shots. Still, that's 5 shots. That's a dead Rampager. Last 2 heavy bolters into the Crisis suits takes 1 to a wound. 1 more Rampager wounded from the Storm bolters.
Paragon Warsuits are going to fire into the Crisis suits. Morvenn Vahl will fire backwards at the Rampagers.
Spending a 1 of his miracle dice makes Morvenn Vahl righteously repugnant. She's gonna get extra shots on her weapons.
Freeze.
Paragon's down 2 Crisis suits with the help of a miracle dice.
Oh, those miracle dice. I need some miracles soon here.
Morvenn Vahl will use the Pure Ars profile.
Kroot Rampager with the help of another miracle dice. And 2 more dead Krootoks thanks to Vahl.
Out of line of sight shooting will go into the suits.
Wrong Crisis suit.
Then I'll miracle dice 1.
Dude, so it's just the commander left. So down to 3 wounds remaining on the commander.
Heavy bolter from the Exorcist is going to go into your Rampagers. Chancing it.
I have 2 wounds remaining on 1 Krootoks.
Shooting was good, but not enough. I still have Rampagers in my face. Charges.
Repentia charged the Kroot, needs a 2, gets an 11.
Repentia going to here. Repentia go here.
Even though they're battle shocked, they're going to try a long bomb charge into the Kroot.
Oh, there you go.
Zeraphim have reached the Kroot.
Taking out a Rampager with Arco-flagellants would be okay. 6 does not make it.
Jump Canoness declaring divine deliverance. Repentia into the Kroot. They are super effective.
Bye, Kroot. You're all dead. You're all dead.
Zeraphim go into the Kroot now. Nick using multi-sensory scanning for 0 command points. It's going to give reroll wounds should the Kroot survive. Canoness with the Blade of St. Ellynor. Precision, here we go. War Shaper down. Flesh Shaper lives.
I got 3 6s, he lives!
Oh, wow.
Yes!
Miracle dice for the Blade is a 3. Nick spending a command point on experimental modifications. He's going to get extra pip of armor penetration.
Then I'm going to pile in this Kroot unit and see how much damage I can do. A bunch of them can only go into the 2 Zeraphim, and the rest are going to go into Morvenn Vahl.
Tax last command point here on Blinding Radiance on Morvenn Vahl's unit, making them -1 to be hit.
Into the Zeraphim.
Zeraphim are down.
That unit has eaten someone, and they get a 5+ feel no pain instead of a 6.
And then rest into Vahl.
Ooh, Miracle Dice saves a Kroot attack. Wait a minute, Kroot attack. Isn't that what you have as an appy? No, it's Crudite.
Oh, I almost got him! Oh, I tried so hard to kill that thing.
Attack does get another 6 and a 3 because of the dead Canoness and Zeraphim.
And then they pile in, or consolidate. I've got a few guys on the objective. Let's see if you can take me out.
The Paragon Warsuits.
There are 6 more dead Kroot.
Immolator fighting your recruit.
Oh, the recruit dies. You have definitely taken that objective.
Attack score's overwhelming for 5, extend for 4, puts him to 14 secondary. He has 3 points on his challenger, takes him to 17. 8 points on primary, takes him to 25. Nick loses 8 on primary to go to 42, but he does have 4 on secondary, takes him to 46. On to next turn 2. Nick has Bring It Down still, and he's also pulled Established Locus.
Ethereal is going to try to give me a command point on a 4-up. Failure for the Ethereal. Come on, buddy. We talked about this.
Battle Shocks now. Commander fails. Rampager fails, but the crew squad pass. Still 42 points of primary for Nick.
In the movement phase, let's start off and bring the Crutox straight up here.
Crisis Suits leap to a good firing position. Fire Warrior Strike Team repositioning. Lone Spear moves up.
My Cadra Fireblade moves up and says, "Rawr."
Vestbitter back in deep. Let's do this again.
Right back where their other brothers died.
You know, I worked so hard to get those Vespid out of there, and now there's another unit. I guess they didn't see what happened to the other guys.
Let's go in the shooting phase. These Crutox Rampagers, and they're going to fire at these infantry.
Rampagers have killed the Dominion Sister.
That's gonna force Battle Shock. Uh-oh.
Guided by Stealth Suits now, the Sunforge into the Paragons.
The Commander is going to split fire, however, firing into the Immolator. Firing into the Paragon Warsuits. Rerolling ones.
One dies. Tack uses a Miracle 6 to save the other.
Blah. Look at the guys.
Okay, allowed with 3.
3 wounds remaining. Not quite enough. My Vespid in the back are going to establish Locus. My Stealth Suits are going to fire everything into the...
Poor Rhino.
Oh no! The Stealth Suits can't kill the Rhino.
The Lone Spear is going to fire his blast weapon into the Repentia.
Lone Spear manages to kill 2 Repentia. Strike Team now into the Immolator.
Hits you none. Commander Cool Star Battle Suit. He's going to fire his Cyclic Ion Blaster into the Immolator. The rest of his guns at the Repentia.
Overcharging into the Immolator fails.
That's not a wound.
Hazardous passes. Into the Repentia now, 6 die, 2 left.
Cadra Fireblade hasn't fired yet. He's going to fire into your sister.
Cadra Fireblade kills the Repentia Superior. There's 1 Repentia remaining.
We're going to go into the charge phase.
Rampagers attempting to charge the Immolator. They're in with an 8. No mortal wounds on the charge, though. Oh, no.
These Rampagers will charge into your Castigator.
Rampagers have reached the Castigator. 3 mortal wounds on the charge, takes it to 8 left. Lone Spear makes his charge. Commander fails his charge into the Rhino.
Charger clock done. Let us fight. Crutox Rampagers into the Immolator. I can do it.
I have faith.
Down to 2 wounds remaining. Can the fists of the Gorilla Chickens take you down? You did it! Rampagers over there, same thing.
4 up. I make it.
Well, they did. Bupkiss. I still haven't killed a vehicle.
You have 1 more chance.
I have 1 more chance.
One
to
more
kill a
chance.
vehicle. All right, Lone Spear. You got to do work here, buddy.
Lone Spear spending a command point on experimental weaponry.
Nothing. Oh, no. Extra attacks from the bite.
Nothing. Morvenn Vahl now with Righteous Repugnance again. Extra attacks. Paragon Suit kills a couple. Atta girl, Momo.
Morvenn Vahl.
Vahl now, 11 feel no pains for Nick to make. That's a nope.
You killed the squad and the character. But at least I died with my belly full.
And a new Miracle Dice is a 4.
The Immolator will fight your Rampage.
Rampager takes a wound.
And then the Castigator. Don't feel this.
Down to 1.
Nick will discard Bring It Down, as apparently a 2 or 3 wound Rhino is incredibly hard to kill. He does get 4 on Established Locus thanks to his Vespid, takes him back up to 50. He's got 8 secondary, 42 primary as we head to tax turn 3.
Same game plan. Syphon on those objectives and watch the Tau lead just whittle away.
All the tanks are still alive. He's on objectives. He can possibly do some massive damage this turn. It's going to be really tough to hold back the storm of Morvenn Vahl and that Paragon Warsuit. Here's hoping.
Attack Bolt's Assassination and Area Denial. New Miracle Dice is a 5. Challenger card is all in this turn.
I can pile in and consolidate 6. Or in my shooting phase, 1 unit from your army. End of your turn, if that unit is more than 18 inches away from all enemy units, I score 3 victory points.
Canoness gives him a Miracle Dice of a 1. That's a righteous repugnance dice if I've ever seen one. Immolator has failed his Battle Shock. The Repentia passes. The Rhino fails Battle Shock. The Arco-flagellants fails Battle Shock. Dominion Squad automatically passes with a usage of Insane Bravery. Imperial Simulacra give him a 6 for Miracle Dice. That gives Tack a 4, a 5, a 1, and a 6. Rhino heals up to 4 wounds. Not much in it for Tack's movement phase here. He can kind of just keep scoring. Tack's going to move up a Seraphim to make sure of controlling that objective.
Battle shocked, but still very interested to fight.
Really, he doesn't need to go much of anywhere. He can just keep pounding and pushing the Tau back, as Nick so far has bounced off of him.
Immolator will start to go into the crisis suits.
You're shooting the crisis suits. How dare you?
You know why?
How dare you?
They are T5 and your Rampage are T6.
Yeah, somehow my crisis suits are less tough than gorilla chickens.
Yeah.
Could 100 Tau beat a gorilla chicken?
Anyone out there want to run that through a simulator? Flamer, how many shots do I get?
I spent 1 command point on no. 3 wounds remaining.
Crisis suits have had cover stripped from them.
Let's see if I can do it with a heavy bolter.
Hoo-yah! Save it.
Castigator heavy bolters go the Rampagers.
Get these Rampagers out of my face.
Battle cannon into the lone suit commander.
Heavy bolter?
Heavy bolters take the last Rampager to a wound. The mighty Stormbolter takes him down.
The gorilla chicken has been vanquished.
Is it a gorilla chicken or is it chicken riding a gorilla?
Well,
Is it a gorilla of the woods?
Kroot are avians, but this definitely looks like a gorilla. So gorilla chicken seems like it works for me.
Oh, Krutox is the gorilla chicken. The
Yeah.
rider is
Just a chicken.
so the chicken riding a
It's a chicken jockey! It's a chicken jockey!
This is what I want to hear. What sound does a gorilla chicken jockey make?
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, yeah. Battle cannon going into your commander.
Battle cannon gets 8 shots. Oh, the commander saves them all.
The sacrifices of the chicken jockeys have allowed the commander to live.
The sisters over here are going to go into your respite.
4-ups. Hoo-yah!
Vespin have lost 3 models to the Seraphim. Vahl's unit again, Righteous Repugnance again. Stormbolters go to the Cadre Fireblade. Everything else into the Sunforged. Fireblade is down.
He almost lived. Casual 4-up saves.
Yep.
Meltas gets saved.
Here comes Morvenn Vahl.
Missiles through, 1 saved. Command reroll passed.
Yeah!
All right, Fidelis.
Holy sustained. 9 hits. 1 dead suit and 1 more on a single wound. Rhino Stormbolters the Lone Spear to no effect.
He can't get me. I'm stealthy.
Exorcist will fire all of its shots into the crest suits.
Command reroll for the number of shots on the Exorcist. That is 1 dead. Miracle Dice 5 kills 1 more, and Tack rolls it a 6. He's on 2 wounds left. Can the heavy bolter do it? It does.
He's dead, Jim.
Sister's big toe over there, the battle sister, is going to start the action on that objective.
Yep.
The battle sisters on my home objective are going to siphon the home objective. The 2 Dominions over here are going to siphon this objective.
Charge phase now. Vahl and Momo charge the Rampagers. Success.
Come on in.
Fight phase. Discarding his 4 to use Righteous Repugnance. Paragon kills a Rampager and wounds another.
Morvenn Vahl.
Vahl just ends them. And of course he gets a 6 on his Miracle Dice. Lone Spear fails to hurt the Rhino. 1 command point in the Lone Spear to use interlocking maneuvers here. He will be able to fall back at the end of Tack's fight phase. Tack discards Air Denial to gain a command point. He gets 5 points on Assassination, 3 points on his Challenger. He's got 19 secondary, 6 Challenger, and 16 primary. He's up to 41 points. Nick's at 42. He's down to 34 primary, but 8 secondary as we head to Nick's turn 3.
gonna try to score as many points as I can. I'm gonna go out swinging. I'm never gonna give up here. There's always a chance. Dice can always go your way. If you never give your models opportunities to do cool things, they never will. So let's do our best right here, right now. Here we go.
Nick has pulled Display of Might, a new secondary,
More units from your army than your opponent's army, wholly within no man's land.
and Overwhelming Force.
I have 2 single model units left. I have very wounded vehicles left. I think he maxes his score.
Ethereal gives Nick an extra command point. Nick passes all his battle shocks. Strike team moves up. Vespid, stay put.
The crew are just gonna charge forward. They're gonna be like 13 inches. Look at that, how fast it is.
Oh, you want to charge the Rhino?
We're gonna charge a Rhino.
Alien expertise to advance shoot and charge his crew in that back quarter.
Shooting phase. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grenade into the Immolator. Grenades, mortal wounds on 4s. 3 mortal wounds.
All right. Explode?
No, it implodes instead. The exact opposite.
That is a 5 on his miracle dice.
Immolator down. He just needs to kill 1 more unit for max points.
Let's see if we can kill that one flatulence dude.
Flag. Yes.
The flagellant is still alive.
He's got 1 wound left.
Die.
I don't believe. Uh-oh.
Come on.
Don't look.
I
Don't
can't,
look.
I can't look. I can't look. The Cutter Fireblade's gonna take him out. He lines up his sniper shot. Watch this, boys.
All right, here you go.
The flatulent is still alive. Oh, he loves the pain.
That one guy with wavy tentacle arms just won't die! 4 shots from one of his guns.
Okay.
We're gonna go into this one Repentia. Everything else into the battle suits.
Okay.
Into the Repentia.
There's no way I've got more in me.
You do.
I'm sorry.
You're not! Cyclic Ion Blasters, overcharging.
Just to guarantee it.
The Paragon suits live.
The stealth suits. The burst cannon is gonna fire into the Arco-flagellant. The Melta is gonna fire into the Rhino. Rhino, it's a miss.
Oh no.
Into the Arco.
And the flagellant is still alive.
I don't know. I don't.
Lone Spear fires everything into the suits.
Lone Spear misses the war suits. Oh no. Vespid trying to kill that last Dominion. Blinding Radiance from TAC for a command point. -1 to hit it.
You kill a sister.
We go to the charge phase.
Yep.
Crew into the Rhino. Lone Spear fails his charge.
Let's fight.
You got this. The Rhino's gotta die here.
Crew fail horribly.
I hit you back with the Rhino?
And the Rhino kills one.
What is going on?
Nick has discarded Display of Might. He will not gain a command point as the Ethereal already gave him one. He did kill a unit on an objective. That's going to give him Overwhelming Force for 3 points. Puts his secondary to 11. Primary 34, 45. He's got his lead back, but for how long? TAC gets engaged on all fronts and behind enemy lines. No challenger card as he is not more than 6 points behind. New Miracle Dice is a 3, he's got a 3 and a 5. The Canoness gives him a 1. The Simulacra give him a 5 and a 6. Oh wow. Dominion fails Battle Shock. The Arco-flagellant fails. The Repentia passes.
Oh, my Rhino goes up to 5 wounds.
That stupid Rhino.
Oh,
That stupid
jeez.
Rhino. Should have been dead in turn 1.
I think TAC can just kind of hold the line and potentially take the game here. Rhino falls back. This could be it.
The shooting phase. So 2 heavy bolters into the Vespid, 1 heavy bolter, as well as the battle cannon with blast are going to go into your crew.
Vespid are down. Half the crew are down on the bottom objective. TAC splitting fire, righteous repugnance again.
The Meltas will go into your commander.
This is some ridiculously righteous repugnance. Commander's down.
Fidelis will go into your strike team.
Strike team's down. Fireblade left.
Her missile launcher will go into the Lone Spear.
Lone Spear down. Miracle Dice picks him up.
Everything from the Exorcist just going to your strike team.
I'll just take him off. Yeah, that's an Uber.
Seraphim here are going to do an action on that objective. I'm going to give it to the Repentia that lives. So she's going to action there. Sisters on my home will action.
Since you now have 24 on primary, and there's nothing I can do to stop you scoring that in turn 5, and I really only have an Ethereal, and some Kroot and 2 stealth suits. The stealth suits are gonna say, come with me, Ethereal, we'll protect you. And they're gonna run away. And I say, I concede, well done. Well done. Oh, Tak, we're gonna have to fight again sometime. It's gonna be good.
8 more points on primary for Tak takes him to 24 and Nick down to 26. He has 6 points on Challenger, that puts him to 30. 20 on his secondary as he gets one on Engage, that puts him to 50 points. Nick sits at 37 and really no assets left to do much of anything. That's gonna make your final 60 to 47 for Tak and the Adepta Sororitas.
The sisters have taken the field and won the day, and we leave the Kroot to die, because that's what Kroot do. And you have won the first of our asymmetrical games.
It was a lot of fun.
Even though we finished this way, I enjoy this asymmetrical mission. I enjoyed the challenge of trying to think outside the box, trying to think differently. And I think if dice had been just a little kinder, things gone a little differently, and I remembered a few of my rules a bit better, I think this could have been different. I think you re-rack this game, and it happens differently.
This was a lot of trying new things. This is our first game with asymmetrical, first game of chapter approved, and there was still a lot of learning that we were doing.
I gotta tell you, an asymmetrical mission looks like one heck of a puzzle to solve. Nick made a decision to be super aggressive early and it did not pay off. However, I don't think it was wrong. This was one of those games where I would love to see a re-rack and a rematch. Hey, maybe in an upcoming live stream. Tak, congrats on your victory. Nick, hard luck, man, but I know you'll be back with another Tau list, and you'll be stomping sisters into the mud in no time. Big thank you to Games Workshop for giving us early access to the chapter-approved cards and missions. We've been having a ton of fun with it, and man, I can't wait to hit the tournament scene with the new setups. Of course, as always, the biggest of thank yous to you for watching. If you like what we do, please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. If you really like what we do, please consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon. You'll get exclusive releases as well as behind-the-scenes interviews, early access to most of our shows, and access to our Discord, the most happening 40K community around. That's it for all of us here at the Play On Studios. On behalf of them, it's me, JT the Voice, saying, till you see us next time in the far-flung future of a grimdark universe, play on.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. For the gorilla.